Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin. Welcome. And today, it's a very important day. It's a very stressful day. I'm meeting my boyfriend's parents today and I'm really nervous. Oh yeah, I'm really nervous. I know I'm really good with parents, but like, it's still really scary. It's still really scary. I want to make a really good first impression. I really want them to like me. I thought I'd do a get ready with me today because it's just a big day and I want to share it with you guys and I want to do my makeup with you guys and I want to just rant a little bit. As you can see, I am breaking out. I do have a few hormonal breakout spots, which is really good timing as always. If you guys remember, on the day of my graduation, which was last month, I was breaking out really badly as well. My period just knows exactly when to piss me off, and today's no different. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I do so many project pans, shop my stashes, and get ready with me's here on this channel, and yeah, today is no different. I'm going to be doing more of a subtle look because I don't think the first impression I want is big, bright blue, cut creases, smoky eyes. You know, I'm going to do a classic look that I've been doing kind of every day, and I love it. It's with my modern renaissance. So I'm just going to walk you through that, have a bit of a chit chat, and yeah, just catch up. So before I do anything, I'm going to prime. Actually, that's a good idea, isn't it? I'm going to use my e.l.f. Power Grip. This is in my Deck of Panning project pan. Just because I do want my makeup to stay all day. So I'm going to pop this on. I put a 50 use goal on that, which I'm a little bit worried about. Oh, this jumper as well, by the way, I did steal this from my boyfriend. So it's just, look at it. It's so fluffy and it is so warm and cozy. I will change. For right now, I'm cozy, I'm warm, and I'm just going to do my face. It's always around my T-zone that I get really bad breakouts, which is really fun, but I am going to put some pretty heavy duty concealer on. This was in my kit. It's the RCMA makeup palette. I don't do freelance really anymore. I do every now and then, but I need a brush. Where's my brush? But yeah, this was something that I always used in my kit, and it's pretty damn heavy duty. I'm gonna pop this on a little spatula and on a palette just in case I do end up using it again for a kit. And I like to mix Inglot Duraline in with this just because it makes it waterproof, it makes it a lot more liquidy, and it just makes it stay literally all day. You could be in a car crash and this is gonna stay on your face. I always love how my breakouts know exactly when the worst time to break out is. It's kind of ridiculous. I do actually have a pill check tomorrow. Not tomorrow. When is it? On Tuesday. Whenever that is. So I'm actually going to be talking to the doctor about kind of hormonal alternatives. I can't go on an estrogen pill because I've had a stroke in the past. There has to be a way to stop this, you know, this hormonal horrific breakouts. It's ridiculous. I have one right on the side of my nose. You guys know those are always the most painful ones. Oh, it hurts so bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that like this for a little bit. I know it's a little bit weird, I know, but I've found that if I leave concealer on my face to kind of settle for a while I do my eyes, it really helps the coverage, and this is not budging. It's not going anywhere. So when I put my foundation on in a little bit, it will be stuck to my face and hopefully we'll have really good coverage. It makes me really upset, to be honest. Like, I've worked so hard on my skin, and every month around my period, it just screws me over. It really does. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I know exactly when I'm about to get my period because my boobs will hurt so bad, like so bad. Walking downstairs with these bad boys, not happening. And I'll also get really bad breakouts. So that's really good. I'm really excited for that. But I'm just trying to look after my skin. I'm trying to, you know, let it breathe when I can. I'm steaming all the time, just really trying to get all the bad gunk off my face and try my very best to not have a pizza face, because that is what my stepdad used to call me all the time, and it is stuck with me. That trauma, it will for the rest of my life. We love that. We love trauma. Okay, so I just primed with my P. Louise eye base. I'm just setting my lid now, just with a Franken cream eyeshadow that I'm working on. So normally I start all of my looks with a black eyeshadow, but we're meeting the parents today, so we gotta calm down. We gotta not do that. So I'm gonna start with this shade. It's just like a single shadow that I'm kind of working on. It is from the Soph X Revolution palette. It's Rosewood and Mug Cakes mixed together. So there's actually 2 eyeshadows in this. So when I finish that, that's going to be 2 towards my empties, which is going to be amazing. But I've been using it as kind of like a brow shade and a eyeshadow shade as well. And I'm going to start by putting this just on my outer corner. This, as I said in the intro, is the kind of go-to look that I've been doing recently. I love my cool tones. So last year, my Pan That palette was the e.l.f. Truffles quad, and that was all cool tones. It was so beautiful. I loved it so much. But this year, my Modern Renaissance is my Pan That palette. And actually, when you're watching this Pan That palette update went live on Friday. Last Friday when you're watching this. It's so hard to keep track of everything. But yeah, definitely last Friday when you're watching this, my Pan That palette update went live. I haven't actually even filmed it yet. I'm not even on the verge of filming it when I'm filming this. But for you guys in the future, it will be live. Right now with this, obviously it's really weird talking about this because you've probably already seen this update, but right now it is actually the 20th of August, so I'm nowhere near ready to film that update yet. I've not made that much progress, I feel like, yet, but it's always at the end of the month that I really start to like focus on it and make really good progress. So hopefully we'll be okay and I can stop panicking. Okay, so I just like to put it on the very outer corner of my eyes and then kind of blend it up into the crease a tiny bit. So now I'm gonna go in with Warm Taupe from my Modern Renaissance palette. I'm not gonna show it you, even though you've probably already seen this update, just because, I don't know, I haven't shown this yet, so I'm not gonna. But it's just the taupey shade on the bottom row, and I'm gonna use a big fluffy brush to try and blend this out. I love this shade so much. Like, I finished Cypress Umber last month, I think it was, and they were just the dream team, to be honest, to pair together. I think they were so beautiful, and yeah, now I've had to replace Cypress Umber because I finished it. So I'm blending out the brown with that, and also I'm going to bring it in to the inner part of my crease as well. I'm just smoking it out. Not going too hard with this because I do want it to be a natural look still. And then I'm also gonna just like blend it on the lid as well, just because I want that use on it. I want to try and finish this shade next. It is next on the cards. We still have like half of it left as of right now, so yeah, the more that I can use, the better. And that's it for the mattes. It's just a really nice, quick and easy look. I will be adding a very sparkly Super Shock shadow on top of it as well, so we do have a little bit of shimmer going on. Okay, so I just caught this eye up. It's still pretty messy, but once we get the base on, I will kind of make it look better. So the Super Shock shadow that I'm using is this. It is I Heart This from Colourpop. This is in my Project 10 uses, and I think this is actually the 10th use that I'm using it today. I adore this for every day. It is so sparkly, but it's like not too much, you know? It is, oh, I love this so much. I never ever reached for this because Ritz was always my like go-to Super Shock, but since Ritz has dried up, I've been using this so much, and I'm so glad that I have been using it and loving it because it is gorgeous, and I do not want it just sitting in my drawer anymore. Ritz was definitely like the favorite child for a little while, but I don't know, Ritz failed its GCSE results, and now I'm just focusing on I Heart This, you know? I actually would like to get a replacement of Ritz at some point. Maybe I'll put it on my Christmas list. but I miss it. My Ritz, let me get it for you. I still have it in this drawer. So this is what my Ritz looks like. As you can see, we've hit pan, and I mean, there's still a little bit of shimmer on it, but like, it literally just fell out the pan. Oh my god. Yeah, I just tried to swatch it on my hand. There's really not much there at all anymore. I can feel that it's so dry. So yeah, I'm gonna be looking for a replacement Ritz because this has to go. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the eyes. This is just what I like doing every day when I'm not filming, when I don't want to do like bright, crazy, colorful makeup. So now I'm going to do my base. I'm gonna go with the NYX Born to Glow. This is in my deck of panning as well, I'm pretty sure, and we are nearly done with this. I need to roll these sleeves up because otherwise it's going to go everywhere and Ben will not be happy with me for getting makeup all over his beautiful jumper. This is getting really hard to try and use just because there's barely any left in it. So I'm really excited for that. I actually did an empties video not long ago, so this may have been in that because I am pre-filming this quite a lot. So this is slightly dark for me right now, so I'm gonna put my Collection Lasting Perfection and I'm just gonna dot it on my face just to blend in a little bit and tone the color down. Where is my foundation brush? I found it. Okay, I'm actually really scared and excited to finish my NYX Born to Glow because I don't have very many foundations left in my collection, which is really scary. Yeah, I'm starting to panic a little bit, not gonna lie. But I'm also scared to meet Ben's parents. Oh my god. They seem like very different, like a very different household to my household. They seem like really, really active, really, really like adventurous and things like that. My household is very, very safe. Very, very like watch the TV, you know, but yeah, I just think it's gonna be fun. No, it's gonna be really, really fun. I am nervous, but I'm also really, really excited as well. Like, it's like, it feels real now, you know, when you meet parents, it's like, oh, we're like properly together now, you know, it's a big thing. It's really scary. I took my pimple patch off this morning. This pimple, it is not wanting to be covered, but I took my pimple patch off and it literally oozed. It's just, it was so gross. It literally oozed like white pus. It was horrible. It was horrible. Oh, like, why am I breaking out? It's always the worst time. My nose gets really red as well. I'm actually boiling. I don't know why I'm wearing this massive hoodie jumpery thing because these lights make me sweat. They make me really, really sweaty and gross. And I always know that as well. So I don't know why I came on in this massive teddy bear hoodie. It's not a hoodie, it's a jumper. I'm just taking more of that RCMA concealer and just dotting it over again, just because it did come up a tiny little bit. My confidence is very much correlated to like how well my skin is doing. I'm sure a lot of you kind of know what I mean. If my skin is doing really, really well, then I feel really confident, I feel really beautiful, I feel really like, you know, ready to take on the world. And if my skin is being a little, I don't know, it's really hard to feel confident and to feel pretty and things like that because, I don't know, it's just, it makes me feel really, really down. For bronzer, I'm using this stick bronzer. I don't like cream products really, and a few of you may know that, but it is in my project pan, and I haven't yet filmed my project pan, so I'm just gonna try and get as, ow, I hit my elbow. I'm gonna get as much use on this as I can for before I film my project pan video. We are actually very close to being done with this stick bronzer, which is interesting. I thought it would take a lot longer than it has, but we are making some progress, which is good. And obviously because it is a cream product as well, I do want to get it out of my collection as fast as possible because it does go off quite easily, and I don't want expired makeup in my collection. It's just not cute, is it? No. So yeah, the faster I can get this out, the better. It's not very old, so I think we're okay. I hate working on products and then like once you're so close to finishing them, they expire and break you out. That's what happened with my Hoola bronzer. If you were there for that, leave a dancer emoji in the comments down below. I don't know, hula? Like, you know, the hula dance? You know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you remember that fiasco, oh my god, leave it in the comments because that was horrific. I had got the biggest pan in the world in that Hoola bronzer and then it just started breaking me out really badly, so I had to throw it away. Oh, you know what it's like? It's like when you do like an online drawing. I do like online art and like digital art and things like that. It's like when you do a really, really good piece of art and then your computer crashes. That's what that feels like. You've made so much progress and for nothing, it's gone. Oh, it's the most annoying thing in the world. Right. Concealer. I'm still working on my AOA concealer. It is pretty far down, to be honest, so I am gonna pop this on. And I've learned as well, if I mix it with my Urban Decay Hydromaniac, it lightens it, because I'm not sure if you can see, it is a little bit dark for me right now, but it does lighten it a tiny bit, and it also makes it a bit less full coverage and cakey, which is good. I remember speaking about this before, so I'm sorry if I'm boring you with recycled content, but I remember saying not long ago, it's crazy how when you're younger and you're like, you know, teenage years, I know I'm only like 21 now, but it's crazy to me how full coverage was everything and how I could never even imagine how people would go for lighter coverage. And now that I'm like a little bit older and wiser, it's like, oh no, okay, light coverage is actually pretty great because I don't have baby skin anymore. I've had a lot of acne issues. I've had a lot of like fine line issues. So yeah, I realize I was young and naive, and now I realize. All right, I'm gonna powder with my Glam Insta Ready. This is just a really, really convenient powder product. There's a loose powder on the bottom and a pressed powder on top. So I'm going to take my little powder puff. Okay, so speaking of fine lines, like a second ago, I do struggle with my laughter lines. So when I have my base on, I like to just wipe off around my smile lines. And it looks really weird right now, I know, but once the redness goes away, it will look really, really good. And I won't have to worry about like tapping out my smile lines all day because I won't have any foundation on there to begin with. It's kind of annoying when I have massive spots like right here because obviously I'm taking away coverage from that, which is not good. And then I'm just gonna tap around them. So I'm just gonna wait for them to kind of go down and not look as red. And while I do that, I'm going to do my brows. So normally I use the same eyeshadow that I started with, that dark brown that looks like Cypress Umber. So this one is normally my brow shade. However, I actually used, where is it? I used my Project Level Up palette yesterday for my brows, and I used the shade Earth. So it's a little bit warm toned, but it does kind of work, and I only have one more use to go out of this shade as well to meet my 3 uses, so I'm actually going to use that one today. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. Yeah, you can. This is like a lot more warm tone than I usually go for. However, with like quite a bronzy look like this, it does kind of work. I am going to pop the tiniest bit of that cooler shade on top as well, just to tone them down a tiny bit. But yeah, it's just an easy way to get use out of that other shade. Okay, so they're not very even. I really struggle to get my brows even these days. I don't know what's happened with them. I think I need to like groom them a little bit more again, but you know what? It'll do for now. No one's staring at my brows. It's fine. So now you can see my smile lines have definitely gone down, like the redness in them. So I am now going to powder my face with the pressed powder side. And I'm going to set all of this down. Recently, I've loved the powder step in my routine. I know that's like a really kind of overlooked step, but powder makes so much difference to a makeup look, and I've just really been loving it recently. I never thought I'd say that I love the powder step because it's so boring, isn't it? Like, in theory, it's so boring. It doesn't have like a profound, like, creative effect on your makeup, but it just smooths the skin, makes it look so much better and so much more clean, and I love it. I do. Okay, so now I'm taking my Pan That Face palette. I'm actually filming this update after I film this video, so a little bit nerve-wracking really. And I'm not gonna show, yeah, I might as well show you because I'm just about to film this update and it's gone live before I post this. So I'm gonna dust this around my face. I like using this kind of bronzer topper. It is meant to be a highlighter for deeper skin tones, but I actually really like it around the perimeter of my face on a very fluffy brush. It just gives me like a really nice kind of glow. I like adding glow with powder products. I know a lot of people like adding glow with like cream bases and things like that. I don't know, I just find that like powder based glow products work better with my skin and work better with my kind of, I don't know, skin tone and like skin type kind of things. But I was originally aiming to have pan in both of these two repressed products by today, but that was a little bit ambitious, I'm finding. So I'm going to go in with this blush. This blush is actually a Franken of 2 blushes. I was working on finishing 2 separate blushes and it was just getting a little bit overwhelming working on 2. So I decided to Franken them both together, and then when I finish this is actually made up of 2 eyeshadows and 1 blush. So that's going to be amazing for my empties kind of numbers at the end of the year when I manage to finish that off. Because yeah, 2 eyeshadows and 1 blush in one go. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. And I found that this blush goes with like any look as well. So I'm doing quite a cool tone look, but it still kind of goes, which I love. And I like blushing my nose and my chin as well, just because I feel like those points of my face are quite harsh. So it's nice to just soften them a little bit with a tiny bit of blush. And then the highlight from this palette as well is going on my face today. We've made really good progress in this so far as well. This is actually the highlight from last year's Pan That Face palette. So I've been working on this for 2 years now, which is madness. It is madness. If I do not finish this year, I will throw hands. Like, I'm going to war with this highlight if it's not done this year. I think it will be because there's not that much left and it's pretty thin. So the day that I finish that is the day we're having a party. We are celebrating the unexistence of this highlight. And again, I like to pop it on my nose, on my chin, and just in the middle of my brows. And I do take it all the way up just to meet the glow of that bronzer as well. All right, let's finish the eyes, shall we? I'm sweating in this. I cannot wait to change. So I'm taking that brown Franken shade, my Cypress Umber replacement, and I'm popping it on my lower lash line. And then I'm taking Warm Taupe and blending it out. I'm sure you guys knew where we were going with this. It's just a nice everyday neutral look. Nothing crazy. I know I don't do this a lot on my channel, but you know what? Sometimes a nice neutral look is what we need. And then I'm going to take my Pan That palette in order. There's so many different projects. Oh my goodness me. And I'm taking the first shade. This is a brand new project, so we're working on the first shade still. And it's the most beautiful inner corner highlight. So I'm going to, you guessed it, pop it in the inner corner. I'm really happy to be working on this shade because hopefully you can see it is so blinding, and I didn't really know before. I hadn't really worked on this shade much, but I'm really loving it. And I also like to just pop this on top of my highlight as well. It just kind of smooths out the highlight. I hope you can see. It just makes it look so beautiful. So yeah, and it also gets me use on it. So boom, win. I'm gonna run off camera, do my lashes, my liner, and my lips. I'm actually gonna take Antique Bronze from my Modern Renaissance palette and use it as a bit of a liner, just because I am trying to hit pan on that. You will know by the time this goes live if I manage to hit that goal, because you will have seen my Pan That Palette update. I'm so jealous of you guys. Oh my god, I want to know. I want to know how well I do, but you know what? I've got to wait. I've got to live in real time. You guys are lucky. You can just go back. So I will see you in 2 ticks with the finished look, and I'm going to change out of this because, oh my god, it is boiling hot. Okay, right, I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so I am back. I've put my lashes on and my lips. For lips, I actually decided to go with Huda Beauty Shero. I haven't used this in so long, but it goes really, really nicely with these kinds of looks. And I really love the formula of these. If you're looking for a liquid lipstick that is really, really moisturizing and a little bit tingly, definitely go for these because they are a lifesaver. I love them so much. And I also decided to pop this on the lid as well. So this is my collection Glam Crystals in the shade 16. And it is just like a tiny bit of like glitzy glimmer. And it's got like blue and green and purple in it as well. So I thought, you know what, why not add a little bit of glam? Because we may as well, a little bit of glitz, a little bit of glamour, you know how it is. I did also add the tiniest bit of Revolution Chameleon 1 in the inner corner. I'm trying to finish this before my Project Pan update goes live, but I'm really not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. It's taking a long time, but I just thought the tiniest bit in the inner corner, it would help me get my usage up, and it's only like a really, really subtle hint of blue as well. So I thought, you know what? Let's do that. I always end up going off the rails and adding so many more products when I go off to do my lashes and my lips, but you know what? I'm happy with it. I'm happy with how I look. I've managed to cover most of my acne, so I'm pretty happy with that as well. And yeah, I'm good to go. How weird is it? Also, side note, how weird is it that my baby hairs are still really blonde? So by now, all of my roots are natural. I think the dye is probably like down to here maybe. But all of my baby hairs are still really, really blonde. Like, look at that. And it makes it look like I've had a really bad hair dye kind of job. But it's all natural, I promise. So yeah, this is where, oh god, hair is now everywhere. This is where I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I'm just about to film my Pan That Face palette update, and then I am off to meet my boyfriend's parents for the first time. It's really nerve-wracking, but I'm really excited. I know we're gonna get on great, and I can't wait. So I hope you all have an incredible day. Let me know what is something good that has happened to you guys today down in the comments, because I'd love to know. I love spreading positivity, and yeah, I just think it's really, really nice to have a happy environment for you guys. So yeah, let me know, because you guys know I'm really, really nosy. I hope you all have an incredible day, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye!